Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been so long since I sat down and talked to you guys, but life's been hectic. I'm literally in the midst of moving, that's why my books are all over the place. And I actually had so many videos planned before this one, but life happened. But I couldn't miss the last monthly TBR of the year, of course. So this is a TBR jar prompts, choose my reads for the month. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. It's 2 out of 2 of a duology. And actually the only duology that I own is Dance of Thieves, but I haven't even read the first book, and this book was in my winter TBR. So I'm just gonna go ahead and choose Dance of Thieves as the second out of 2 books in a duology, even though this is the first book. The second prompt is a book with a detective. I apologize if this is wrong, but I feel like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder would fall into a book with a detective prompt. I actually haven't even seen what this is really about. Like, I read the back of it and it does sound like it might have a detective on it. And this one was also in my winter TBR, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and choose A Good Girl's Guide to Murder for that prompt. A novel involving royalty. Actually such a fun prompt. And I think this next book is actually perfect. This book has been on my TBR for the longest time, and I feel like it's such a short and sweet book in the sense that since it's YA, it might be a little easier to get into than an adult fantasy, and I do need a book like that this month. And I don't know what this book is about, but I'm guessing it involves royalty since it literally has prince in the title. So I'm just gonna go ahead and choose this one. Okay, let's choose prompt number 4. Wait, this is such a good one. A book you've always wanted to read. I've always wanted to read The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and I've just been procrastinating it for so long. I actually started this in the summer, and I wasn't feeling the vibing with this book back in the summer. So that's why I decided to wait until it was the right time, because this is a 5-star projection for me and I didn't want to ruin it if I wasn't in the mood. But I think I'm definitely in the mood now. I'm so excited that The Nightingale is going to be part of my December TBR. Let's choose our 5th prompt for this month. Your mom chooses the book. That's actually so fun. Let me text my mom and send her a couple of options. So I'm gonna tell you what options I'll send her. Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, Blue Sisters by Coco Mellers, The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, and Happy Place by Emily Henry. Hola, mami.
Hola, mi amor.
Te necesito para un video.
Gorda, ¿ya te leíste el nuevo de Gabriel García Márquez?
Change of plans. I showed her the 4 books I told you, but my favorite author is Gabriel García Márquez. He's Colombian and I'm Colombian too, and he actually died, but his editor released his last novel this year, which the title translates to Until August, and she actually asked me if that was one of the options that she could choose. So she basically asked me if I had read it, and if I hadn't, she would choose that one. So I actually haven't read it, and it was actually part of my winter TBR as well. So I think I'm gonna let her choose this one, and this will be my mom chooses book for that prompt. I don't have that much time off in December, and as most of you guys know, I do have a full-time job. So I think this is gonna be the last prompt I choose. So let's go ahead and choose the 6th and last prompt for this one. Vale's pick romance, and Valeria is my best friend, so I basically have to ask her to pick a romance book, which is actually perfect because I was craving a romance after seeing all of these fantasy, historical fiction, mystery. So these are the 3 romance books that I'll be sending to Vale, so she can choose which one she wants me to read. So the first one is Happy Place by Emily Henry again, Wild Eyes again, and Magnolia Parks. So let's see which one she chooses.
Hi.
Hey! You have to choose between 3 romance books that I have pre-selected.
Alright. I'm between Magnolia Parks and the Elsie Silver one just because I'm finally reading Elsie Silver again. Wild Eyes.
Wild Eyes? Okay, nice pick. That's the one I wanted.
Oh, nice.
Thanks. Okay, so Vale chose Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. Okay, so let's recap real quick. So, Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver was Vale's romance pick. Until August by Gabriel Garcia Marquez was my mom's pick. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna was a book that I've always wanted to read. The Cruel Prince was my pick for a book with royalty in it. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder was my pick for a book with a detective in it. And Dance of Thieves was my pick for the second book in a duology, which this is the only duology I own, and this is actually the first book. So that's, I feel like, the prompt that like might have been an F. We're ignoring it and we're moving forward. Okay, so now, as promised, because I was meaning to give you my thoughts on Project Hail Mary in another video, so I'll just give you my thoughts on it now. So Project Hail Mary, if you don't know, is science fiction, which I actually had not read before I read Project Hail Mary, which was super exciting but also a little daunting, just because I knew it was gonna be a little heavier than usual for me. But as predicted, this was a 5 stars. And just so you have a little bit of context on the plot with no spoilers, basically the main character wakes up in a very strange place for him and in very strange situations, and he does not remember why he's there. He does not remember who he is, but somehow he has all the knowledge that he has built in his lifetime. So he has the knowledge and the intelligence to start figuring out why he's there and what he has to do. And this is actually in the back of the book, so this isn't a spoiler. But he is actually the sole survivor of a very desperate mission to save Earth. And he has to like put pieces together, put his memories together, and use his knowledge to figure out what he has to do to actually save mankind. Just the way the author put his scientific knowledge into words that you and I can understand, which, mind you, I'm not a very scientific person, is just mind-blowing to me. And just the beautiful story that he built on top of a very cool concept was also so fun to read. And this book made me sob like no other book has made me sob before. And I actually feel like that might not be a universal experience. There's just like a friendship in this book, a very unlikely friendship at that, that just like got to me. It just like got to my core, and I was just sobbing by the end of this book. Like, this book is so good. I love that this story ends up being a story of friendship, love, and just human resilience. And you'll understand what I'm talking about if you decide to read this book, which I highly encourage. But this book like blew my expectations away. This is actually like a 6 stars for me. I actually wrote a review on Goodreads for this book, which I don't always do. So yeah, definitely give Project Hail Mary a chance. Even if sci-fi isn't for you, I'm not a sci-fi person, not even on TV shows or films, and I devoured this book. Plus, there's a movie coming out based on this book in 2026, and it's with Ryan Gosling, to say the least. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'm sorry if this was a shorter video, but like I said, life got a little crazy. I'm in the midst of moving. I'm also going away for the holidays to my hometown, so I just had a lot to do. But I hope to be a little more prepared next year for Bookmass. I definitely want to participate in Bookmass next year. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to give this video a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my videos. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you on my next video. Bye!